Yo, how's it going guys? It's Dark here, and this is going to be game 3 of my OST round 2 match against Lyconik. We are currently 1-1, so the winner of this game is going to be moving on to round 3 of OST. So really hoping to pull out a win in this game, since a win against Lyconik would be really good for me. You know, get my name out there a little bit, so people can stop saying, like, who's Dark 380? Who's him? Who's he? Has he ever accomplished anything in his life? But you know, judgmental people can get online. But basically, it's just a really good game for me to win. So obviously, I really want to win this. I'm going into it a bit anxious. Obviously, a big game, but I'm not going to stall anymore. I'm just going to get into the replay. So from team preview, it honestly looks pretty even, and this is what I thought at the start of the match. Because I do have mons that can put in a lot of work to his team. One being Mega Bro. Like, Mega Slowbro can just win if it gets to +1, because I don't think Landorus can beat it after it gets to +1 if it's at full HP. I know Rotom will probably be able to do a decent amount, but basically Slowbro can win. Slowbro can definitely win, and it puts in a lot of work. Especially if I can burn Tangrowth, maybe even with Scald. But I can beat Tangrowth anyway after a few calm mines, so definitely looking like Slowbro could potentially be one of my win conditions. One thing that's looking really annoying on his side of the team though, and something that can really break my team apart, is his Landorus I. This team really has trouble dealing with either HP Ice or knockoff Landorus I. And you will see that later in the game he might have one or two of their moves, which does actually break my team really severely. But Azumarill, even if it's banded, isn't too much of a problem, because I do have the core of Ferrothorn plus Slowbro to scout for like superpower. To check if it's banded, and say, basically, even if he goes for Play Rough and I go into Slowbro, then I just go into Ferrothorn the turn after. Like, the core of these two, this core, this just really helps against banded Azumarill, so I'm really not too worried about that. Rotom can be really annoying, since it can pretty much just Will-O-Wisp for free, since my only two switch-ins to Ferrothorn and Latios. And obviously, getting these two burned kind of sucks for me, because I need them high to obviously check things like, I need Latios high to switch into Rotom, otherwise it gets whittled really easily. I need Latios to check his Landorus, since Landorus is looking like a huge threat otherwise. But yeah, so I felt the matchup was pretty even. Whilst I did have things that broke his team apart, he also had things that could pretty much stop any chance I had of creating anything really. So I'm just going to hop into the replay. I led off with Latios because I didn't want his Landorus leading and getting a kill. Because literally, if I didn't lead off with Latios, it literally just got a kill. Like, Ferrothorn dies to Blast. Obviously, Latios checks it. Icicle would die to HP Ice if he has it. Slowbro just takes a hell of a lot from Foul, which I just really wouldn't want it to take. Tyranitar dies and gets off like a crunch for like 60 or something stupid. Heatran obviously dies, and yeah, so Latios I felt like was really my only lead. As he does lead with Landorus, which is fine. I'm going to double out to Gliscor here, predicting his Heatran to come out, just to get my Toxic Orb quite early, but he actually ends up going out to Tangrowth, which I'm actually fine with. I'm guessing he just went out to this to get off a knockoff or something. It also, it's kind of like strange how he didn't go out to Heatran there, so at this point I'm thinking maybe he's not Rock's Heatran, because if he was Rock's Heatran I was figuring he might have gone out to there. So I found it kind of strange he went out to Tangrowth, but I'm gonna go into my Ferrothorn just so he doesn't go for like a Leaf Storm or something and do a hell of a lot of damage to me. And because obviously then I'll have to Roost against it, which it can hit me super effectively on Roost. And I don't really want that, so I'm gonna go out to Ferrothorn indefinitely here. This also would allow me to get up my rocks if he did choose to stay in and Giga Drain there. But he just decides to go out to Azumarill, which is fine. I'm just gonna go to Slowbro here, scouting to see if it's banded or not. Just basically scouting for the superpower, and I've done the calc on this, and it does turn out that this is actually banded damage. So I can just fire off a Scald here, which is absolutely great, and I managed to burn the Rotom, which is amazing for me, since it limits the amount of times it can just freely switch into my Slowbro. And basically whittling this down is just really nice, but he's going to get a Will-O-Wisp off from my Latios here, which is, again, it's annoying. It's the only thing I have to really check this Rotom well, and his Landorus as well. But I'm just going to fire off a Side Shock here, just in case he wants to go out to Azumarill on predicted Draco. But he goes for the knockoff here, knocks off my Ferrothorn's leftovers, which is kind of annoying, but Ferrothorn's pretty much like the only thing I really have to switch into a Tangrowth. Obviously Latios takes a load from knockoff. I do believe they carry EQ for Heatran, so that's not really a reliable switch-in. So honestly, I think the matchup may have been in his favour a little bit, since his team can kind of stop me from getting anywhere. Creating momentum is quite hard for me, since a lot of my mons are just quite passive against his team, like Slowbro, Scalding, Heatran obviously getting rocks and Ferrothorn spikes. Latios just fires off a Draco, but he has a lot of switch into Latios, so I don't know, it was just hard for me to get anything going really at this point in the game. So basically my main aim here is just going to be to try to get hazards, as he does turn out to be Rock Sland OI, and also has HP Ice, which really sucks. Like I had to kind of bank on him not having HP Ice, and man, this was devastating, like right here, because I needed to like rely on my Gliscor to beat this Landorus, otherwise it just breaks my team apart completely. So that really sucks that he had that, but obviously I'm just going to try to get up hazards just to whittle down his team, and hopefully to proceed to win with Slowbro or something, because it's looking kind of glim at the moment. I mean, Slowbro is pretty much the only way that I can win this, unless I can just come through with my other mons, but him having HP Ice there just, man, it sucks so much. If Gliscor walled in, this would have been such an easier game, so I basically lose my Gliscor there. Not lose it per se, because I still can roost on, I believe, can I roost on his Rotom? I don't think I can even roost on Rotom. So, it's not looking great for Gliscor right here. Yeah, not looking great. I just went for the Facade there, so I was expecting him to honestly switch out into either Rotom, say Azumarill or something, just hoping he didn't have HP Ice, but obviously he did, so I mean, what can you do? But then I got out to T-Tar. I was expecting a second HP Ice, and I kind of wanted to maybe try and pursue him here or Stone Edge, because this Landorus is a threat and I really want to get rid of it. He ends up having Knockoff, like, HP Ice Knockoff. It's just like, this set does so much work against my team, and it just, man, it sucks. So he knocks off my Choice Scarf here, which again is just horrible and miserable, because now I can't even outspeed him and go for Stone Edge. So I'm basically, well, I just decided to try and Life Orb stall him a bit to put him in range of Pursuit or something, or like, well, not Pursuit because obviously I don't outspeed, but just to get him lower really. So obviously just going to go into my T-Tar, and then I go back into my Gliscor. I know he's going to Earth Power because he's not going to risk me taking him out, and just going to go straight back into T-Tar again. But he ends up switching out to Azu, which is a good play on his part, stopping the Life Orb stall from going any further. And I'm just going to go into my Slowbro again here. Like I said, even if he does go for Play Rough, I do have Ferrothorn, which I can just switch into after that. But he doubles out to Gallade. I'm not really sure why. If he was predicting Ferrothorn, then surely he would have just gone for the superpower, but I'm guessing he just wanted to get Gallade in to start doing work, or to maybe get off some damage against Slowbro, like maybe SD, force it out. But I found it kind of strange. So he goes out to Rotom here, and I knew he was going to go out to Rotom, so I just decided to Psy Shock just to whittle down his Rotom a bit more. No, he was staying in against the Slowbro when you can't do anything to it, but just going to go into my Gliscor here. I went into Gliscor predicting a Volt Switch, to be honest, because I figured he'd predict my switch out to Latios and try to like Volt Switch or something, or maybe even Heatran, because Heatran gives me rocks which are really good. Not really good, but they're just good against this team for wearing down that Landorus a bit. Excuse me. But he ends up predicting that really nicely. So I end up losing my Gliscor there, which kind of sucks. It would have been able to roost against him as well, but what can you do? But it does give me a free switch into Ferrothorn, and I believe, do I go for another layer of spikes? I think I go for another layer of spikes. No, I go for a Power Whip. I went for a Power Whip hoping he would choke and stay in. Well, not choke per se, but Rotom's really annoying for my team, so I was hoping he'd stay in to try and burn me so I could kill him with the Power Whip, but he just goes out to a Heatran, making the better play. And this is actually Scarf Heatran, and it's Scarf with Lava Plume, which I don't know, I find that kind of strange. Like, Scarf with Lava Plume. I'm pretty sure this was Scarf anyway, since his Lando is rocks. There's nothing else I can really see this being, since he doesn't have a Scarfer on his team, apart from this. He ends up burning me, like, I think, I didn't per se lose the game here, but this was definitely a game-changing turn, as you'll see on later, since having my Slowbro burned, meaning that it can't means that it can't come mind against Tangrowth and beat it, which you'll see actually comes into play later on in the game, like the last few turns. But he brings in this Tangrowth here. I just went for the Sack Off here, just kind of had to. Obviously, if he went for another Lava Boom and I went for like a Scald, I'd be really low, and I didn't want that to happen. But I make a bit of a play here. I kind of had to. I have to play aggressively if I want to try and bring this back. He had his Tangrowth out against me, and I expected him to double, predicting my Ferrothorn to want to come in, so I just scored it again. And I was honestly predicting Landorus here. This is why I predicted this, because if Landorus just came in, it just got another kill, which I can't really afford that to happen. So, I don't know, I just felt kind of forced to predict his double there, but it ends up working out nicely for me, as I can catch the Gallade with a Scald. I can just fire off another Scald here as well. Hopefully maybe even get a burn as he goes for an SD, which is kind of scary, but luckily for me I get the burn here, so I can just slack off this next turn and not take too much damage. So that's obviously great for me. If I didn't get the burn here there, then that would have been kind of scary. I'd probably have had to sack him on off. So I'm kind of grateful for that. He goes up to his Rotom here though. I'm just going to go into my Heatran. Honestly predicting the Wisp, predicting my Ferrothorn to want to come in, as he does end up doing that, and this is great since I can get up my rocks now. Which is definitely what I'm going to do. Even if it goes for Hydro, I don't really mind, since it's only going to be doing 47 since I am a Spadef Heatran. And I can take 2, so I can just Lava Plume here and get rid of the Rotom. But he ends up Volt Switching here, which is fine play on his part. But he goes out to a Azumarill. I'm not really sure why, since he risks both, well, he just risked the burn this way, and he could have just stayed in and Hydro Pumped me again. I'm not really sure. Yeah, also, he could have just gone out to his own Heatran. If he's Scarf, then surely he has a move to hit me with, but I don't know, I don't really agree with him going out to a Azumarill, but I'm sure he has his reasons for it. I get a crit there, which kind of sucks for him, but luckily no burn for him. Kind of hoping he didn't go for the Aqua Jet there, maybe like Superpower or Play Off predicting my switch out, but he did, so I mean that is what it is. Absolutely fine with that. But I'm just going to go out to Slowbro here and fire off a Psyshock just to get rid of the Rotom, which I know is coming in on the sack. As you can go into Tangrowth now, and I believe I go up to Ferrothorn here. I think I do, just predicting him to... Just in case I predict his double again or something. I just felt like Giga Drain was his best play there. Excuse me again. So, this is great. I mean, I can get up a Spike. Or an extra Spike here. I think I get up a Spike or a Gyro. Yeah, I get up a Spike. So I can get up all 3 of my layers now, which is amazing. Since this Tangrowth is going to be taking a lot of damage, and I think I can beat it 1v1. Just by gyroing, because gyro's doing like 19. I think 19 is a max roll. I think the roll goes between like 15 point something, or 15 high points, but it's like 15 to 19 or something. But he sacks a Azumarill. Kind of strange. I would have thought going out to Heatran would have been better there, but I guess he didn't want to take 6% from a gyro. I don't know, I don't really know. But I'm just going to sack T-Tar to the Landorus, because I really don't need T-Tar anymore. It's not useful. It gets outsped by both Heatran and Landorus, and it gets beaten by Tangrowth, so... I mean, Tyranitar's just Death Fodder at this moment, and it's actually this this moment in time where we find out that he's not even Sheer Force. This was definitely a mistake, obviously, in the team builder. So he's actually Sand Force Landorus, which didn't really end up mattering too much, just on that turn, which puts him in range of rocks. So, I mean, that mistake kind of cost him a bit there, and it's going to make this game a lot closer than it would have been. But these are the last, like, crucial turns. This is where it starts getting intense. Like, this was an insanely close battle, and it ends up coming down to 1 HP. I'm gonna say that, it ends up coming down to 1 HP. So I'm gonna play it here. I was really expecting him to go out to Heatran here on the Draco. Just basically going out to Tangrowth to bait me to go for Draco so that my Latios goes down, so I don't have a reliable way to take out his Tangrowth. But I also thought the Heatran would live this Draco. I think Draco was a roll on Scarftran, and I got a really high roll, so rolls have not been going this... Well, rolls are not going my way at the moment. So he ends up bringing out Heatran, baiting me to go for Draco, which is obviously good on his part, and Heatran goes down to this, and I didn't think that Heatran would go down to this, and if it didn't, then... Obviously I die this next turn to Sandstorm plus Life Orb plus Burn, and I honestly thought I could just get up a Calm Mind with Slowbro and win. But that's not going to be the case. So this match is actually going to come down to a few rolls. So basically, the winner of this match is in the hands of RNG right now. As I think that I can beat him right now, just by clicking Gyro. Because I don't honestly think that he can HP... Basically, I think I kill him before he kills me with HP Ice, is what I'm trying to say. So all I do at the moment now is just spam Gyro as he goes for HP Ice. It does 10%, so... I'm doing 17, so at this moment in time I'm thinking, great, I've got this game in the bag. But I completely ignored the fact that he could just go for Giga Drain to get off the extra bit of damage. And obviously this last roll, the last roll was near minimum damage. I got a roll of 16.6 when the max is like 19 point something. And this roll actually really cost me, because it means I now need to get a maximum roll to kill him with Gyro. And he ends up living with 1. So that's basically game. He kills me with the next HP Ice, and it's honestly absolutely devastating that he just lives with 1 HP like that. It's horrible. And Here you're going to see where the burn comes into play. I'm pretty sure that I could have lived another Giga Drain after Calm Minding. Maybe, I'm not 100% maybe. Well, I don't know. There's just, man, that min roll on gyro was just devastating, and obviously the game was in the hands of RNG, but that was a really good game. Like, I mean, there was a bit of hacks, but it was even. I mean, I got quite a few scored burns. He had a bit of luck on his part, so that was honestly just a really good game. It was really enjoyable and insanely close, coming down to 1 HP on his Tangrowth. So obviously GG's Lyconik. That was probably the best set I've ever played in the tourney, because it's like the second set I've ever played in tourney. But I could have also gone for Psyshock at the end there, but the only way I would have won was by a crit, and I don't know. I just wasn't really thinking at the time. I thought I just lost, so I just commented. I don't know. But yeah, GG's Lyconik. It was a really enjoyable set, and good luck in the rest of OST, bro. That's all I gotta say. Keep that luck up. And that's gonna be it for the video, though. So I am out of OST, which kind of sucks, but it was to a great opponent and a great set. And I'm not disappointed with how it performed at all. We both played very well, I did feel. There was obviously some positions where some misplays happened. We're not all perfect, but what can you do? But like I said, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time, guys. Peace.